if correct me if I'm wrong, the number one tourists who used to come to the Philippines were the Chinese. But with the pullout, with the pronouncement of the president that Pogos are no longer welcome and the deadline is in December, will this landscape change? Do you expect less Chinese to be coming in? Who are what countries do you expect more tourists coming to the Philippines?
I think hindi naman totoo yung Chinese ang number one tourist natin.
Oh, sino na
Yung
ngayon?
number one tourist talaga sa Pilipinas, yung Korean.
Korean pa rin?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Oo.
Yes. So Koreans were the number one tourists coming to the Philippines.
Oo.
And the Chinese were starting to rise.
Okay.
I see.
Now, how many of those were really Chinese tourists and how many of those were Pogo? There is no way to quantify that.
Yeah.
Right? So in the Philippines has historically been has always historically been tourist destination for Koreans and Japanese.
I agree
Right?
with James. That's right. Because when we visited Boracay, karamihan ng mga nandoon talaga, mga Koreano ang talaga
Yes.
nandito eh. What is the major reason why these Koreans visit the Philippines? Do you think it's because of the weather in the Philippines compared to South Korea?
Well, number one is the weather, but number two is we are the closest beach destination to Korea.
Beach. They like the beaches.
Yes.
Oo.
So, but now our challenge in the Philippines at the moment is our cost to get to the Philippines is getting more expensive, and competition is coming up, right?
That's
So,
correct.
for example, places like Vietnam, they have accessibility to key beach destinations is very easy for them.
Yes.
Right? So I think places like Da Nang, Nha Trang, they have direct flights already to Ho Chi Minh, not Ho Chi Minh, to Seoul, to Incheon, and to other destinations, right? For us, at the moment, we only really have two main hubs. That is Cebu and Manila.
Yeah.
Right? Boracay, Katiklan, Aklan used to be a hub, but the Korean travel agencies are starting to complain because the cost of travel between Aklan and Katiklan is about 2,000 to 2,500 pesos. And actually, if you go look at Boracay, which is actually experiencing a slowdown in tourism now, there are a lot of foreign tourists. And one of the main reasons why it's going down is yung cost talaga, right? So,
Correct.
yeah, mahal. As against even our own destinations in the Philippines.
Correct.
If you compare, I think the Chamber of Commerce, the Philippine Boracay Chamber of Commerce, right, did a study to go to just when you land in Boracay, right, or Katiklan, to get to Katiklan from Aklan, or it was 4,500 pesos. If they land in Bohol, it's 500 pesos.
Only.
Only. So places like that, there's obviously tourists are now flocking outside Boracay and going into
Cheaper
into
destinations.
Bohol, cheaper destination, right, and more accessible new destination. So you see in Bohol now there's an uptake in Korean travel together with Cebu, right? So Cebu also has started to reinvent itself. So the one that's losing out is really places like Boracay.
Yeah.
So, James, in terms of, you were saying, is it the fault of the LG of Boracay? They're pricing themselves out of range, making it more expensive for tourists to enjoy the island? Is that the problem of the LGU?
Fault.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say fault. I don't want to say that, but I think they need to look at their strategy all over again. There are a lot of cost for tourists to get into the island that needs to be understood. I mean, there are environmental fees, and they have a snorkeling fee. There's so many different fees in Boracay, and this is also turning away foreign tourists, right? So this has to be really looked into, and they should try to understand their competitiveness, right? In order for them to regain a lot of their foreign tourists. The foreign tourists in Boracay has been declining over the last a year and a half now, and I don't think it's something even DOT can help them with, right? I think initially the main complaint of the tourists is really that the cost to get to that island is also going up.
Yeah.
Right? And this needs to be addressed internally first, and then we can promote the island, right? The island can be promoted. We can have programs. We can do tactical actions. But if the LGU and the LGU and doesn't try to understand what their problem is and try to resolve it on their own, it will be a futile effort.
Yeah.
Let's get together. Sunday 25. Sunday 25.